Welcome. Today is with Poetry with a Penguin. You know Kirby, and my name is Carla, and we are taping this in the North Battleford Public Library's lecture theater. We've had some issues with copyright and things like that, so I just thought that I would read some of my own poetry that I've written because I don't have to worry. I'm here. Okay, so we'll start off with The Arrival of Spring. This was written March 31st, 1996, which seems like a long time ago now, 24 years. But anyways, here we go. The honking of snow geese overhead heralds a brand new season of spring. Snowdrifts slowly disappear into mud. What fun for children does it bring? Tufts of new green grass emerge, as do dandelions, violets, and the crocus. Mother Nature waves her magic wand and poof, warm winds arrive with hocus pocus. Robins, bluebirds, and crows appear, the mosquitoes too with their whining hum. Not far away from a boggy slough, frogs croaking like the beat of a drum. The daylight hours extend slow but sure. Fluffy cumulus clouds embellish the sky. April showers cause the trees to leaf out. Winter is gone. No one wonders why. Our next poem is called Robin Redbreast, and this was written in April 20th, 1996. Madam Robin perched high in yonder tree, why do you seem to be noticing me? You tilt your head from side to side. If I come too close, you'll take flight and hide. After a rainstorm out there on the grass, you race across and stop, ... bold as brass. Up comes the worm clamped in your beak, back to the nest where your babies shriek. As the hours of daylight begin to wane, and the babies are learning to fly down the lane, all too soon warm weather has its last fling. We won't see you now until the start of spring. The next one is called An Affair with Gardening, and this was written April 21st, 1997. With an eye on the sky, holding a rake and hoe, it's off to the garden plot we will go. Packets of seed and a string to mark rows. We water the rows to help the seeds grow. Depending on the size of your garden spot, you can grow veggies with a taste that isn't bought. Nurturing a garden and pulling the weeds out, it's time to ponder and relax without a doubt. Tending a flower garden can be rewarding, you know. There are so many kinds of flowers you can grow. Whether you start from seed or by bedding plants half grown, when all is in bloom, it gives a peace that's seldom known. Gardening is what many would call an affair of the heart, especially if love and care are used from the very start. Along with the rain and sunshine nature will supply. Isn't it nice to know there are things money cannot buy? This one's entitled An Evening Storm, May 5th, 1996. Gray clouds gather in the sky above. A menacing silence fills the air. The heat of the day hangs heavy like a glove. Amongst the hedge-like bushes darts a hare. Moments later, a northeast wind begins to tear, flinging the boughs of large trees to and fro. A bolt of lightning zigzags through the air, followed by a thunderclap that crackles and grows. Rigorous and rapid, the raindrops crash. The surroundings have now become a blur. Those caught in the storm will have to dash for cover, something a warm fire could cure. Little by little, the rain starts to decline. Puddles of water dot the street here and there. Out from under the clouds, the sun starts to shine. An arc overhead forms a rainbow that's rare. This one is A World with Wind, and it was written July 2nd, 1997. I love to watch the wind ripple through a field of wheat nearby, something man can't reproduce no matter how hard he tries. The field is alive in motion, just like waves upon the ocean. To see them trip from field to field, the wind brings on emotion. Yet the wind can be so gentle, you might hardly know it's there. A mild breeze on a hot summer's day might bring relief to share. A plow wind or tornado has more wind that we could do without. Yet a world that hasn't any wind would be boring, I've no doubt. The wind has many forms and forces, itself we cannot see. We only observe the motion of people's hair, clouds, and trees. Some days it seems so angry when a storm is on its way, and yet die down to stillness all in the very same day. Holding on to a kite string, we can feel the wind's unseen hands, or watch a sailboat bob in water from a rocky ledge we stand. Sometimes the wind's a friend or foe, depending on the day. When life's winds are upon us, adventure may come our way. And the final poem that I have here concerns insects. And they, of course, are seen in spring, and they're starting to come out now. This one is called Annoying Insects, and it was written June the 7th, 1997. While everyone is wishing for the warm weather of spring, we always seem to forget about the insects it brings. The insistent mosquitoes and the more persistent fly annoy people regardless of the repellent that we ply. Let's not overlook the friendly ants who come to call. The moment you spread a blanket, how they begin to crawl. All over your picnic lunch and your guests as well. That's it for your meal, to the house with one yell. Cutworms in the garden are bent on clipping young shoots right at ground level, leaving behind only the roots. The grasshopper makes his debut when it is hot and dry, feeding on cultivated crops, making the farmer cry. On the other hand, the large bumblebee is man's friend, pollinating plants as over the flowers he bends. The dragonfly is another helpful insect to behold, hovering by water, eating scores of mosquitoes untold. Insects are the biggest animal group here on earth. Except winter, we're at their mercy for what it's worth. We coexist on this planet with insects everywhere. They are not the only annoyances that we must bear. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's poems, and we'll see you next week with some new ones to share with you. Thank you.